Mania, back with another video, and today's video is just going to be a quick video to do my Summerslam 2013 predictions. I'm not sure whether the NIWC is going to do one of these or not, because normally whenever we do, it's always left ridiculously late, and it's up either while the pay-per-view is actually on or just slightly before it. So I thought I would do my own one, and if we're doing one with the NIWC, maybe my opinions will change by then. But just hopped on to WWE.com to see the match listings. They actually have vote for who will win between John Cena and Daniel Bryan. 68% think that Daniel Bryan is going to lose. Only 32% think he's actually going to win, but I'll get on that in a minute. So we'll start things off with the United States Championship, Dean Ambrose versus RVD. Very intriguing match that kind of came out of left field. I thought it was going to be RVD versus Dario for a while. But I don't know how to take this one. Obviously the Shield seem to be floundering a bit. They're not as popular with the writers, it seems, that they once were, you know, coming out just sticking their nose into anyone and everyone's business. So whether we get a bonus Mark Henry and Big Show match versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I don't know. RVD's been doing very well at doing the jobs for the young talent as of late, so I think that RVD is going to pick up a loss on this one. Dean Ambrose is going to, whether Shield interfere and then Mark Henry and Big Show come out and then it's changed in the triple, six-man tag. But if not, I think RVD is going to lose on that one. Then we have Natalya versus Brie Bella. Kind of all to do with Total Divas and the whole thing to do with Marie Menounos and them all fighting at Access and that kind of thing, which nobody really cares about. It's not going to be the AJ Kaitlyn kind of style, but I would like to see Natalya pick up a win, but it's going to be a Bella winning, sadly. Natalya just seems to have all the tools there to be a great WWE diva, but it seems to be that the creative team just don't see that, sadly. We then have Dolph Ziggler and Kaitlyn versus Big E Langston and AJ, a match that I really don't care about at all. And again, like I said, with the Shield falling from grace, you know, Dolph Ziggler should really be in the main event picture rather than doing this intergender tag match. There's going to be a thing between Kaitlyn and Big E and Dolph and AJ, whether that's how it kind of starts off, that they're kind of staring down their opposites. But I think Dolph Ziggler and Kaitlyn are going to win, and that's going to put the whole AJ and Kaitlyn, Dolph Ziggler and Big E feud to rest, and then they're going to move on to different pastures. Where AJ goes after this, I don't know whether Natalya gets run or whether Paige is brought up or something like that. I don't know. I would like to see a Big E Mark Henry match. Don't ask me why, but I think that would be very interesting to see. So yeah, I think that Ziggler and Kaitlyn are going to win in that one. Kane versus Bray Wyatt in Ring of Fire match. Mr. Big Red obviously wants Kane to win. You don't have all the hype that you do like for the Wyatt family and for all those fantastic promos, and the other two haven't been the best in the ring, so I hope that Bray Wyatt kind of brings that to his forefront, and you know, Kane can draw a good match out of anyone. I'm only saying that because Chris will probably be watching. But I think it would be a big mistake if Bray Wyatt is built up to this. This is his first match and he loses. There's Fandango had his first match at WrestleMania and won, so I think it's safe to say that Kane's going to do a job. Whether he then goes and does his See No Evil 2 stuff and then we don't see him for a while, we'll kind of see him come back later on in the year, I don't know, but I think that's probably the best thing for him to do. You know, whenever he was with Daniel Bryan, he seemed to be, you know, so popular, you know, like having all the t-shirts out, and now it's just a case of, again, this feud kind of made them both, you know, like they both sparked well off each other, so that's good to see. Then we have Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. Whether, you see, this is what I'm probably going to say for both, but I would love for Christian to win and beat Del Rio, but then Sandow to come out and cash in his Money in the Bank. But I think last year I basically said that every pay-per-view, So I would like Del Rio to win, and you know, just Christian kind of go back to the mid-card, whether he feuds for the IC title with Curtis Axel or something like that, because in my opinion Christian doesn't really belong in the main event picture. Basically he should be given the young talent the opportunity, like the Dolph Ziggler, like the Cody Rhodes, etc., that kind of thing. So you know, it's just a case of I hope Del Rio wins. Whether Ricardo comes back and helps Del Rio win and kind of makes his apology to Del Rio and Del Rio accepts it and that kind of thing, we'll see what happens there. But hopefully Del Rio wins, because Del Rio is in my fantasy team as well. So the next match is Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow. A match that's had really good build between these two, and this is what I like. You know, the two young up and comers. You know, like, fair enough, Cody's been with the WWE for a while, but he's kind of been, you know, whether it's been, you know, dashing Cody Rhodes or whenever he had the mask on and stuff. But this match, I hope this match is as good as the build up for it has been. The build up for it's been incredible, you know, with the Money in the Bank stuff, Damien Sandow getting the new case, but I just think that the match between these two would be really good. Whether Cody wins and then goes away with the case, and then they have a match later on in the year for Sandow's briefcase against like Cody's mustache or something like that, we'll see there. But I would like to see Cody excuse me, I'd like to see Cody pick up the win in this one. Then we have the Best versus the Beast, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. Another match that has had really good promos, even though apparently on Monday there the promo between those two was really good. I was half asleep and just wanted to go to bed and couldn't really bother in what Heyman or Brock had to say. But Brock hasn't picked up that many victories. You know, I think he's got 2 since he came back. So I'd like to see him pick up the victory in this one. Punk can move on to other things, whereas Brock kind of, you know, like, we'll probably not see Brock for a while, and then they come back and interject himself with somebody else. Whether it be a case of, say, Cody Rhodes has the belt or something like that, and he comes back and fights for the belt, you know, or what have you. But you know, I just like to see. I like, you know, obviously it's going to be a good match, so I'm going to pick. Should I pick Brock or Punk? I'll go for Punk, actually. I'll go for Punk, because I said to Mikey I would support Punk, so I'll support Punk. So that's what I'll go for there. Next up is WWE Championship, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan, with the Triple H as the referee. Now, Triple H is obviously doing this to wind Vince up. You know, like on SmackDown, you saw him holding up Daniel Bryan's hand and things like that, and Vince getting really annoyed at Triple H. So either this is going to go one of 2 ways. One is that Daniel Bryan wins, and Orton comes out and cashes in his Money in the Bank, and then Triple H does a fast count, or Triple H basically screws Daniel Bryan and says, you know, like, well, Vince didn't want you as a champion, and nor did I, and then those two kind of align each other again. Or Daniel Bryan wins, Randy Orton comes out and he beats Randy Orton as well, just to say, you know, like, how good he is, because obviously we saw on Raw, you know, the gauntlet matches, how many matches he had, and won all of them, apart from the Ryback one when he was thrown through a table, so that doesn't really count. So it's just a case of seeing what is going to happen. You know, that's one thing about the wrestling, you know, like, whenever it's a pay-per-view, you don't know what to expect, and hopefully you get something thrown out of left field that'll kind of keep you on your toes, and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. So, you know, I'm really pushing for Daniel Bryan to be champion. I think he deserves it. I think he would be really good with it, and it would be good to see Cena going on a rematch and then maybe going on something else. But yeah, Daniel Bryan for the win. Even if Randy Orton cashes in, he'll beat Randy Orton as well. That's my thoughts on the matter. So I just want to get this video out there. Please go and subscribe to Retro Rebel. Roy Rebel's got a new video up to do with Retro Rebelizing, as it was. He talks about the Digimon movie, and apparently he's going to do one to do with some Pokemon news that just broke today. So please go and check him out, give him your support. Same with the likes of everyone else on YouTube. You know, like if you see somebody you like, hit subscribe, hit the like button, you know, and give them feedback to what you like or what you don't like about their videos. Maybe see a SummerSlam prediction video response for people. But as I say, I just wanted to get mine out there because I have no clue as to what we're doing in IWC wise. So if you fancy doing a video response to this, maybe your opinions vary, maybe your opinions will be the same. But leave your video response, and if you head to my homepage as well, there's a list there of people you should subscribe to, such as Chairman, Bar 24 Part, Overjogger, Sean Blackford, Roy Rebels, Swanton Gurley, Auntie Double Price, Brig Red, Mike 2004, etc. etc. But that's going to do it for this video, so until the next one.